Damn, that was a tough loss to swallow. It started off so good as well. Honestly, I thought it was going to be another blowout the way the Raptors were playing. They were playing some really good defense, especially on Dallas's two stars in Luka and Kristaps Porzingis, also known as Tingus Pingus. Despite Tingus being 7'3", the Raptors were doing a phenomenal job of keeping him out of the paint and forcing him to shoot pretty difficult shots. They even frustrated him to the point where he straight up slapped OG, but I guess the refs don't want to call a flagrant there. They were doing a similar job on Luka, making him make tough shots and getting physical every time he drove to the rim. As a result, he started off cold and the Raptors were winning. As I said in my predictions video, this team will go as far as Luka will take them, and that applies possession to possession as well. However, as the course of the game continued, Luka started finding his rhythm and making some plays. Eventually, the Raptors just started double teaming him off of screens to just get the ball out of his hands. But honestly, give props to the rest of the Mavericks, because once they were doubling Luka, they were able to use that space created by Luka to make plays for themselves. Give props to the rest of the Mavericks, because they were able to use that space created by Luka to make plays for themselves. The ball movement it created allowed Tim Hardaway Jr. to heat up, and at that point, the Raptors' fate was sealed. Once the other players of the Mavs started cooking, the Raptors were between a rock and a hard place. Commit to shutting down Luka or let him go and stop everyone else. Either way, they were going to lose, considering their offense could not get hot or find any sort of rhythm down the stretch. However, one player did come to play, and it was great to see him back to his normal self. OG Anunoby had a resurgent game, putting up 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, while shooting 9 for 15 from the field and 5 for 9 down the stretch from 3. It was really fun to see him play like the player we know he can be. I like that he started off the game with a resounding dunk in a corner 3. And once he hit that step back mid-range shot going to his left, I knew he was going to have a great night. Not only was he getting it done offensively, he was putting in the work defensively. It was either him or Scotty that was marking one of the two Dallas stars, and they were doing a mighty fine job at it. However, right when OG drew his 5th foul, it was the beginning of the end for the Raptors. Honestly, a questionable decision on Nick Nurse's part to leave OG in the game with 4 fouls. While the third quarter was coming to an end, he picked up the foul on a supposed push while going for a rebound. As a result, he sat out a majority of the fourth quarter. Considering he was the hottest offensive player on the Raptors, this game could have gone a lot differently if he never picked up that foul call or if he wasn't in foul trouble at all. His impact on offense and defense were sorely missed, and it allowed Dallas to gain control of the game. I really hope this game is a catalyst for him, so for next week he can be popping off. OG was not the only one who had a great game. Once again, your man, my man, Scotty Barnes had a solid game. He put up 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 of them which were offensive, and 2 assists. This kid has an amazing knack for generating offensive rebounds, and he does it consistently. For the 3rd straight game, he was marking the star on the other team. Whenever he was on Luka, it was a physical battle worth watching. There were times when Luka got the best of Scotty, and then there were times when Scotty got the best of Luka. Kind of insane that he is able to be so disruptive as a goddamn rookie. After the first week of basketball, it is safe to say that Scotty, Evan Mobley from the Cavs, and Chris Duarte from the Pacers are leading the race for Rookie of the Year. Scotty did get hurt in this game. On a dribble handoff to Fred, he gave a brush screen to Brunson, and for some reason, Brunson just rammed right into his hip. Fortunately, he got chucked in the locker room, and then he came back and was playing like his normal self. But he will feel it today, and it's gonna hurt. Fred had a solid game, but nothing like what I know he can play like. He put up 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, while shooting 8 for 17 from the field, but just 2 for 9 from 3. I am waiting for the game where he just explodes from downtown and completely takes over the game. However, his feel is just off right now. He even got fouled on a 3-point attempt and missed all 3 free throws. But he is going to get it together. I know he will. Precious also notched another double-double with 10 points and 12 rebounds. The Raptor bench was just atrocious this game. It felt like Svi was the only one who came to play for the bench. Boucher was completely off, bricking almost every single shot he took. Outside of his speech on the bench, Dragic was kind of meh. However, once again, Nick Nurse opted to bring in Banton into the game before Malachi Flynn. He must be clamping everyone in practice or something, but it does help that when you get checked into the game, you get a resounding standing ovation. Similar to how Boston was a little fatigued, I think that the Raptors were also fatigued considering this was a back-to-back and it affected their ability down the stretch. Overall, the bench will get a boost when Pascal gets back because that means someone from the starting lineup will also drop down, and as a whole, the team will get a boost. He is by far their best player, and his presence will completely change the dynamic of the team. With Scotty playing at a high level, I will be intrigued to see who ends up in the starting lineup once he returns. Unfortunately, on Monday, the Raptors play the Bulls. The Bulls are one of the hottest teams right now, both offensively and defensively, and are taking the league by storm. However, what a statement win it will be if they can knock off the Bulls without Pascal. It's going to be a great game to watch, and I'm going to be here for it.